Well, when it's time to start siliconing your yo-yo, simply unscrew the yo-yo. Be sure to unscrew it all the way, get the string off, as well as remove the bearing. Once you have the bearing off, it'll be easy to take the axle right on out, and you'll be all set, ready to go to silicone. Well, of course you have to take the pads out. Good idea is to use an X-Acto knife. Take the X-Acto knife, cut the pad out. Some people have the ability to get the pads out without destroying them. I've found that it's not very possible, so I take an X-Acto knife, cut across it, and then slowly pick it up. And as I try to peel out the old pad, I kind of pull on it to get it to start to slide out. Anyway, you got to do it, just get it to come all the way out. Sometimes it'll break if you're not careful. Oh, yeah, sometimes it breaks, but well, just grab the X-Acto knife, cut out the rest. It's important to use the tip of the blade. Get on in there, pick it out, so you get all of the old pad material out. Sometimes there'll be a tiny little speck or just a little bit left in there. Just kind of pick that out. If it's really hard to get out, it shouldn't be a big deal. And then do it to the other side. And now you're ready to put the silicone into the recess. The type you should use is a flowable silicone, often known as windshield or glass sealer. This one right here is a Permatex brand. You need to use a special tip with a long point and get it so that the finest tip you could possibly use. Screw it on nice and tight, and then you're ready to put in the silicone. The very first time you do this, if you go to put the silicone in, well, it's not in the tip yet, so you should squeeze it to the tip before you get ready to put it in the recess. So squeeze it all the way up to the tip of the tip. You can actually see it flowing through. And when you're ready, then put the end into the recess and squeeze gently to get the silicone flowing. You want to make sure that you don't put too much or too little in. You'll notice that I'm using a technique of going back and forth in the recess, making sure I'm touching the inner and outer part of the recess, as well as going back and forth away from the silicone and then back into the silicone to make sure that I'm getting an even level plane. As I'm going around, I just keep this process up to make sure that the silicone recessed area gets filled. Now this special flowable silicone is the kind that's self-leveling. So in other words, if you keep this yo-yo on a level surface, the silicone will flow out to all the edges. So you want to make sure you put enough in so that you don't have a recess or a dip, but you also don't want to put too much in so it's kind of a shaped too big. You want to make sure that it's just the right amount. In the end, you got to be kind of careful not to put too much in and get it right where you need to. Take a look at it. It'll start to level over the next few minutes. If you have any air bubbles, you can get rid of those air bubbles with a pin or the tip of an X-Acto blade. Just kind of touch the air bubble and it should go away. The silicone will be dry in 1 hour, but it won't be fully cured and ready for 24 hours.